Awakened by thoughts of creativity. Jolted out of restless slumber by high-piercing decibel sounds of inspiration, caused by the explosion of neurons and synapses firing like black glocks on ghetto blocks, where brown-skinned puppets battle over the opportunity to commit genocide by selling rocks. I become overwhelmed with elation when the realization is realized I can build on historical thought patterns so intricately woven into the fabric of time by my people that my very thoughts and ideas are another thread in the tapestry of history. Comprehension of this concept is blowing me away like Nat Turner's mind when his journey ended prematurely. I step lightly on the shoulders of ancestors who carry pain like boulders everywhere they step, smoothing the trail for me to blaze. So in placing 10 toes on the backs of those who lived, suffered, endured, and died for me, I step carefully like Caine from Kung Fu, walking on rice paper. Because so many of us are all up in the Kool-Aid, but don't know the flavor. I hear shrieks of horror and pain as 400 years of history passes through my veins, circulating resentments for every shipment traveling in a triangular design. But Sister Maya Angelou told me still, I rise. And Brother Malcolm showed me how to remove the shackles of the mind. Past droplets of my bloodline have been resurrected and rose, ascending into the constellations to light my path from when the devil in his trickery tried to hide its direction in darkness. I am mindful that my trepidation onto the road of artistic innovation leaves footprints of gratitude, respect, and admiration for those that existed before me. If I don't acknowledge being stolen, bought, sold, raped, castrated, and forced to build this nation as a second-class citizen, if I don't acknowledge the gut-wrenching despair of knowing you'll never benefit from the fruits of your labor, yet able to create the timeless masterpieces of jazz and rock and roll by sharing love and staying connected to the soul. You see, if we don't acknowledge those that came before us, we'll continue to rap, sing, bling ourselves into total annihilation, while our forefathers' tears fill the oceans on a planet called Two-Time Loser. Oh God! There's a group out here called Youth Speaks, and it's a group of poets that range from age 13 to 18. And they hold poetry contests, workshops, and if you ever want to see some young talent or hear the lie that young people aren't doing anything, check out a Youth Speaks event. I went to a Youth Speaks event a couple years ago and just was blown away by what I saw. And afterwards, I was with a group of poets, and I sat down in Nations on Broadway, downtown Oakland, and I wrote this poem you're about to hear in about 30 minutes. I was just so moved. And this poem's called Witness, Testify. In the case of the world versus the youth, where the prosecution states that the youth of today have nothing to say that's positive, the defense calls its first witness. State your name for the record. Brian Johnson. Raise your right hand. Place your left hand on the Bible. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Yes, I do. On the night in question, will you testify and please describe in detail what you witnessed on the night of March 13th, 2009 at the Oakland Museum? I witnessed 27 miracles without one member of the clergy present to preside over the proceedings of Youth Speaking, seeking to express the daily struggles of adolescents and families lost in the shuffle of crack deals as the death-dealing devil has the cards stacked against them, refusing to go dumb, numbing their heartache with fizz pills. Pens are the swords they wield, notebooks become shields, Their third eye is a beacon, illuminating their path as they navigate through neighborhoods exploding with pain and suffering like minefields. No map or compass in their backpacks, but they pack poems that heal wounds from the detonation of death that's severing limbs off the family tree. Skywriting stanzas as they look to the heavens like their ancestors, hoping the stars can guide them to 216 months of existence on terra firma. Firmly gripping the edge of sanity, dropping science and all pretense and vanity, words exposing the tenacity of young lions in the jungle. Yes, I witnessed youth speaking. I saw compassion, intelligence, and persistence written in the hearts of youth like hieroglyphics, a language penned on paper but visually apparent to those who share the same position, shifting love and hate for their parents in a system that chews children and doesn't listen to the screams of broken dreams, so they compete for a chance to team up, teens with their heads up, rising to the top like cream. I'm here to testify I saw youth speaking. I saw images of adolescent angst so beautifully displayed on stage, I needed to see birth certificates to verify the age. This cannot be the mind of a 16-year-old. I witnessed transformed chunks of dark coal, compressed under heat from the streets and pressure so deep, they were searched for, they were mined, to expose a brilliant diamond refined, refusing to be defined by stereotypes. Don't believe the hype, I've seen with my own eyes, youth speaking. Breaking down barriers and bursting out of mental prison blocks, mushroom cloud above the stage from literary bombs being dropped. In a silent room, you can hear their brains going, tick-tock, 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 boom! I've heard youth speaking. I saw young ragamuffin men with swagger puffing smoke from their pens, blazing unapologetic paths through bullshit and red tape. Female tales of molestation and rape, the unrelenting hands of their words were fondling my heart in its private places like R. Kelly on a date. I heard stories of good boys gone bad with crack deals, good poems about bad crack deals, changing bad boys back to good, and the only crack they see now is the dawn of a brighter tomorrow. I heard youth speaking. I witnessed paper-winged butterflies crash through glass prisons, shattering fear with wisdom, demonstrating the application of experience and knowledge to anyone who would listen. And I swear feminism never looked so good. I heard youth speaking. I witnessed youth refusing to be boxed in and put on a shelf. United voices that soar and sing, and if they rock chains, they would bling knowledge itself. I saw the courage of a solitary soldier charge the front line and crush boulders of anger, the size of asteroids between thumb and index finger. Pen ink mixed with tears and sweat as these teens won't let missing fathers and ever-present babies, 99 no's and one maybe, cats packing more heat than the sun but acting shady, cause them to shrink back. They won't allow themselves to think that, so they form a writer's gang and bang the color ink black. Battle-weary, bruised, scarred, but never scared. For life's tests, they're prepared because they found strength in numbers and in the love shared. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, I saw youth speaking.
All right! Yeah! Good.
It really feels good to be out here tonight. And, I love to write. I love poetry. I've been writing for, about 20, 25 years. And it's good to be out here with my brothers and with my spiritual brothers and sisters. So I thank y'all. I thank Brainwash. And I thank Mike Scott for having me out. Appreciate it. I don't know where Allison is tonight, but...
She had to go early. She has to work at 4 in the morning.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, Allison, ukulele player. All right. This next piece is called I Am the One Who. I took a writer's workshop about 2 years ago, and it was the only writer's class I've ever taken in my life. And in the class, we were asked to take a picture from a magazine and find somebody in there and write a poem from that person's perspective. And I picked this picture of a Gap ad, and it had about 15 people, all dressed in pastels, but they were matched in different ways. But if you looked at the picture, out of the 15 people, there was 2 black guys, but you really couldn't see them because they blended in so well. So I wrote this poem, speaking from his perspective, but it actually came out being from my perspective, and it's called I Am the One Who. I am the one who balances the racial scales so that pale faces have a contrast in print media. My dress and speech allow me to reach the intersanctum of boardrooms, college dorm rooms, even though I'm occasionally handed push brooms. To sweep anger under rugs, hide behind fake smiles and fake hugs, pride diminished in shoulder shrugs as an assistant vice president is addressed. Hey bro, I am the one. In boardroom settings or rebel yelling at white weddings who laughs at your jokes of tales of conquest and world travels, even though I've only been to Canada and Tijuana. But my brain has seen scenes of distant lands and mountainous regions, of countries I can barely pronounce, because my voracious appetite for reading allows me to mentally traverse the planet, and my ability to dream has let me see the places you've seen. I am the one who. That perfectly placed piece of pepper in the bowl of rice, that hint of flavor that makes the meal more appetizing, that calming, reassuring presence, that extender of broetic license that permits the majority to feel vicariously in touch with the minority through me. I am the one. That Brooklyn brownstone one, that brown-toned one that stepped past pimps and hoes on his way to class, past broken glass everywhere, of shattered futures and recent pasts. People pissing on you like they just don't care because you're piss poor and poverty is everywhere. I am that free lunch receiving, school of hard knocks diploma receiving, burdened and loaded down with street sense so you're rarely deceiving me. I am the one who kept his above average level of intelligence privately tucked away as I matriculated through public schools where monkeys from the concrete jungles play and are put on display for holiday time special interest pieces that evoke feelings of rage in Harlem, that erupt in classical jazz masterpieces, or blazing in the burning lava of the unloved, scorching building blocks and tenement projects. I am the one who has acquired the ability to look on the bright side and grin and bear it. Not aware that I'm barely hanging on to my sanity as my melanin-challenged schoolmates paraded wealth and vanity in front of my monetarily virginal eyes. As I peered into the stare of prosperity, I learned to laugh at black jokes and take bong tokes, receive ego strokes when they said the catchphrase from Different Strokes. But when I see Phil drumming, I see the motherland and Africans drumming, Africans running, Africans coming across seas and oceans, dead bodies floating down to Davy Jones' locker, babies crying, women crying, men crying like babies. I hear shackles rattle as we're herded like cattle and reduced to chattel, spirits broken, back broken, broken language spoken so low that it sounds like humming. But I digress. I am the one who has a background as black as the pavement and hard and cold as the winter ground. Yet the love of God abounds in me. So the sound of hate and disgrace about my race rolls off my back like water in the shower. My intellect has singled me out as special, the neighborhood savior, the messiah, he's gonna be the one to make it out, not viewed as a parasitic pariah. Keep your eyes on the prize, ain't no mountain higher than assimilation. I am the one who's privy to the sound of success, gorillas beating the chest and the boom of the gun, egged on to keep striving, but while on the island I'm told, run, nigga, run, by the boys in blue, the serve and protect crew. I am the one, the chameleon, comfortable in all circles, because I've been traveling in circles all my life.
I want to say one thing. I was watching the news. They had this Barry Bonds trial up. And fuck these racist bastards in the political system, because you see like Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, Wesley Snipes, they all go to jail. Bernie Madoff stole $180 billion. That motherfucker and his family are still out there at large. We need to fucking assassinate him. I'm just saying. Don't put Barry Bonds in jail, motherfuckers. Don't do it.